Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. And today I have my brother doing this Q&A with me because it's my 200th video, and also I have over 1,000 questions. So I thought, what better way to, celebrate that than to do a dual Q&A. And the audio might sound a little bit off because I'm using my Yeti, and it's only the Yeti, and it's me and my brother next to each other, so the quality might be a little bit off, but hopefully it doesn't turn out too bad. We were messing around with it beforehand. So Sam, would you like to introduce yourself at all? I know you have a YouTube channel.
Not really. Not much to say. I just do videos time to time. Sometimes silly stuff. Doing Xenoverse stuff. I cleared out my hard drive. Just got a new one, so I'll be able to do more. Ran out of space to record any stuff, really. With GTA 5.
Right. Yeah, he might not only do Dragon Ball stuff either, so if you guys want to see, pretty high quality gameplay, go check him out. Go check out my brother's channel. Totally post a link in the description, because he's, he needs some more subs out there. So you guys go check him out, and if you enjoy it, go subscribe and give him some video suggestions and all that. But other than that, let's get right on into this Q&A. Okay, well, they're asking it as a is question, but I'm just gonna read Bojack versus Perfect Cell versus Deborah, and this is from David. For me, I think that it would be down to Deborah and Perfect Cell. For Bojack, necessarily, I think that Perfect Cell and Deborah would both beat them, because Bojack was destroyed, basically annihilated by Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, and you can argue that was because the movie shortened the length, the length of the fight scenes, but, due to tactics, I'd give Cell the advantage, even though he also was getting wrecked by Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan. He has the tactics, the regeneration, and all those sort of unique techniques. And for Deborah, we don't know exactly how strong Deborah was. He was around Cell, it was stated. We don't know if it means perfect or super perfect. But for Deborah, I mean, I doubt Bojack would even try to dodge his spit, so I don't think it would be a challenge for Deborah to dispatch of Bojack. What do you say? I think Deborah would probably... depending on who's stronger between, if it's just Perfect Cell, I'd say Deborah could beat Perfect Cell. What do you say?
I pretty much agree there with all those points.
Alright.
Not much else to say for me.
I personally think that the whole Pikkon violating Super Perfect Cell in Hell was bullshit. I think that at that point in time, Cell was the strongest character in the series, if you consider that Gohan probably had already stopped training for the good amount of time. What are your thoughts of that scene? Yeah, I think that whole scene was bullshit, and I mean, it doesn't make any sense for Pikkon, who would be weaker than, I believe he was weaker than Super Saiyan Goku or something around there, and that Super Saiyan Goku could not have been stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, due to the fact that when Vegeta and him were about to fight, when he was Majin, Vegeta didn't mention he was stronger than that Goku was stronger than Gohan until Goku powered up Super Saiyan 2, and Goku before that point was about to fight Vegeta as a Super Saiyan 1, then Vegeta went to Super Saiyan 2, and then after Goku powered up, he commented on his power. So that leads me to believe that even as a Super Saiyan 1, Goku was not stronger than Super Perfect Cell, so I can't see how Pikkon would have been. I think it's just BS and he was off guard. What do you say?
I haven't seen that part, probably since it aired on Toonami years ago, so I don't really remember much about that.
Alright.
So I can't really say, sorry.
Broly versus Cell Jr. It's hands down Broly. It's not even a fight.
Broly would just wreck that Cell Jr.
I mean, Vegeta and Trunks were doing decent against Cell Jr.'s, and they did terrible against Broly. And I mean, if you're talking about Broly from the Second Coming, it's not even.
Oh, jeez.
It's a wish-wash battle right there. Comment removed. Clever joke there, friend. Favorite? Yeah, it's not really a question.
Is that supposed to be like Goku's death scream and Legacy of Goku?
I would hope not, because that's abysmal. Could Nail use the hyperbolic time chamber? Probably not at his power. I mean, Goku as a kid struggled, but we don't know how strong you need to be substantially, do substantially good in there. What do you say? I say he probably can't.
He could probably go in there.
He could go in there, but I don't think he'd do good.
In there.
He was.
And Nail should be able to do it. He's much stronger than Kid Goku.
Right, but we haven't seen I don't think we've seen a very, very weak character use a time chamber and successfully stayed in there. It's a very stressful place.
Well, Goku was in
Goku
there.
said it was torturous.
Goku was still weak, though.
Yeah, but he didn't get anything out of it, really.
Nail's a bit stronger than Kid Goku, though.
I'm just saying, we didn't see anyone until the Cell Saga really utilize it, so. Can only pure-blooded Saiyans go SSJ4? I know you know the answer, Oracle Fish. Well, I don't think I'm the Oracle Fish, but I do think that you do not have to be pure-blooded to go Super Saiyan 4. I think you just need a tail and to be able to be a very strong Super Saiyan. I don't know where everyone's getting all this stuff about needing to be pure-blooded Saiyan to go Super Saiyan 4. Do you?
It's probably just speculated because the only Super Saiyan 4s we've seen are pure-blooded.
Right. I think you just need a tail and to go be a strong Super Saiyan.
I'm not sure.
I think to say otherwise is purely assumption-based. What if future Trunks fusion danced with Chi Trunks? I mean, depending on who's stronger, one of them's gonna have to lower their power level, but I guess they would just turn into Trunks.
No, they'd be neither Trunks nor Trunks. They would be the one who would destroy them, which would be Trunks.
Moving on. Could Destructo Disc cut through an SSJ2? Now, I'm assuming you're talking about Krillin's Destructo Disc. I know it was filler, but when Krillin threw his Destructo Disc at Perfect Cell and it splashed off of him, I know it's filler, but I would say that's probably not a terrible way to display that scenario. I can't see a Destructo Disc hurting a Super Saiyan 2, can you?
I don't know. Maybe they could do some sort of shield with their ki.
I just can't see it affecting
them.
Not
like Cell's barriers, but just like a...
I mean, he did use it to cut off Frieza's tail in a second form, but that's a big difference in power between him and a Super Saiyan 2.
That's true.
And the Krillin would be stronger, but the percentage, the difference in power would be much greater. So I can't see it hurting them, but there's no way to really say. It has been stated apparently to be able to cut through anything, but I think that might be an anime-only line. How much power do you think Beerus had after his fight with Goku? A lot of people say he was out of power, like he stated, but I think he did have a considerable amount of power, considering, you know, he was about to destroy Goku, who was, in fact, very weak at that point, but he did have enough power to destroy the Earth, and he probably had a considerable amount of power under his belt. What do you think?
I think he still could have went. Goku just couldn't go anymore, though, so he was done.
I think he just used it as an excuse to let Goku go, really. For a better challenge, really.
Better fight later on, yeah.
I think no one will surpass Whis in the new movie. What about you? Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but we do have the answer to that in the new film. But, you know, it's been asked a month ago, so I think you probably already know the answer by now. Do you think Piccolo ever surpassed Perfect Cell or even Super Perfect Cell? Davis M. Perfect Cell, yes. Super Perfect, probably not. I mean, I know Quaman did a video saying that at the end of Z that he would have surpassed him by that point, and you know, just going off the series and not any of the films, I would say no to Super Perfect Cell, but yes to Perfect Cell. Considering the fact that in the Cell Saga, you know, Piccolo went into the time chamber for the first time stronger than Trunks and Vegeta were when they went in, and when he came out, you'd have to think he would at least be as strong as Semi-Perfect Cell. What do you think? Do you think he ever got strong on Super Perfect Cell? Or as strong?
I'm not sure.
I think he would stop training to strive to be stronger. I think he would just train to keep up his body.
Did we ever really see how strong he got in Buu Saga?
He never is shown without his weights after the Cell games, I don't think. Which could imply that he wasn't training, but who knows? Can SSJ Gohan last against Silver or Super Silver? Super Silver. If you're using the video games, yes. If you're not, is he in any of the comics? I don't know. If he's in a comic, I'm sure he's overpowered as hell. I'll just say that, David.
Yeah, I don't read the comics, so.
Who can Yamcha match at the end of DBZ? He can probably beat Chaozu. I bet he could beat first and maybe second form Frieza. It's hard to say, and if you're saying end of Z, do you mean the 10-year gap? Because, yeah, I would say he could probably still beat second form Frieza, but I'd probably end it there, considering he gave up training after the Cell games. What do you think?
I'd probably have to agree with you there.
He might be able to do third form because it's not too far off of second form, but... How strong is Whis? From David. Well, Akira Toriyama made a statement that if you put a scale to 10... Goku Super Saiyan God, I believe, was a 6 or a 7. I can't remember specifically. Beerus would be a 10 and Whis would be a 15. So Whis is essentially, according to Toriyama's statements, 50% stronger than Whis. But
Beerus, you mean?
Or than Beerus, yes. He's 50% stronger than Beerus from Toriyama's statement, at least. Do you consider Goku's power when he fights Nappa over 9,000 or over 8,000? Well, I consider over 8,000 because that's the canon phrase, but we all know over 9,000 sounds much better. You have anything to add there?
Definitely over 8,000. Could have been over 9,000.
I mean, the original source says 8,000, so you have to take that as what it is.
Right, but it's possible it was over 9,000.
It could have been close to 9,000. Closer to 9,000 and 8,000, we don't know.
But of course, over 8,000 never achieved meme status, so...
Right.
No one says that.
He definitely was over 9,000 when he fought Vegeta, we can say that. Do you take Dragon Ball GT as a legitimate continuation of the series? Why or why not? Explain, David. David, I did a video on my thoughts on Dragon Ball GT. If I remember, I'll leave in the link down below. But essentially, I don't. But I don't hate GT, so if you want to check out that video, go check it out. What about you?
I don't consider it as a canon continuation of the series, but it's cool to watch, I guess.
There are good parts of GT, like the Baby Saga and the Shadow Dragons.
I didn't really have too many problems with it. Like, everyone hated all the exploring and all that.
You should probably rewatch it, because I thought the same thing until I rewatched it. The whole exploring part was kind of terrible at times, but I didn't hate it. I did enjoy parts of it.
I rewatched it last year.
Rildo and Legic were good fights. There were good fights. I even liked, I believe his name was Zunamba, with he could predict the earthquakes.
Zunama, I think, something.
Yeah,
like
that was an interesting story arc. Even though it didn't make a lot of sense in terms of Goku being so weak at times and other things.
Cross-dressing Trunks, though.
That's right. The cross-dressing Trunks was very hilarious, and Trunks getting hurt in a car accident as well. Even though it didn't make any sense, and Goku getting cut by glass. But let's move on.
GT doesn't make sense. That's what it is.
Dragon Ball Nation. I just started a Dragon Ball Z channel where I talk about, well, Dragon Ball Z. Can you give me some tips on ways to better my new channel? Well, this isn't really directed towards you, Sam, but for me, be consistent with your uploads. Try to be original. Don't just copy people. Try to keep a good quality content from the start or close to the start. My quality was terrible at the start. I did all my editing on my phone. A month later, I started editing on a computer. I got a capture card. I got a Yeti microphone not too long after that. Hard drive, all that stuff. And by the time you guys watch this, I might even have a new PC. So keep a lookout for that. But yeah, keep good quality. Have your equipment ready if you want to take it serious. The way I have the mindset of YouTube, even though I don't earn money right now, guys, I'm treating it as if it is a job, even though I'm not earning anything from it quite yet. You understand? I think you should have the mindset of YouTube of not necessarily that you're going to succeed, but to keep moving forward on a daily basis, thinking positive and never give up. But like I said, have the mindset that one day it could possibly pay off, but don't hope on it because it's not guaranteed to happen, and that's just the honest truth. If you want more tips, man, you can go to my Facebook page is probably the easiest way, or my Twitter, and message me on there, or message me on Twitter. One of those two links to those will be in the description. But if you want further tips, I can talk to you. I don't mind at all. But I don't know who you are, obviously, from this question because you're not listed. But moving on.
Here's my tip: be related to someone who's already big.
Yes, do videos with Quaman and Rhyme Style, and you will get big.
I meant you. No, you're not huge, but
I'm getting there. 4,200.
I'm leeching all your subs off you.
For 10K by the end of the year, I'd say. Would you rather be Saiyan or Namekian? From Jeremy Trent. Well, I would like to keep my penis, so I would like to be a Saiyan. What about yourself? I don't want to just drink water, so I don't want to be Namekian either. But they have been shown. King Piccolo was shown eating in Dragon Ball.
Don't need a penis to please a woman when you got a stretchy arm.
That's a very good point. Moving on. Do you think Vegeta was fighting at full power, or do you think he could have gone SSJ3 if he wanted to, like Gotenks did? I mean, I don't even think he was a full-powered Super Saiyan when he fought Buhan. Do you?
I don't think he was full-powered.
I think in that little scene where he used the quote-unquote universe-busting attack that people like to call it, even though I guarantee that wouldn't have destroyed the universe, it was cracking the sky a little. I think he probably used his maximum Super Saiyan powers for a little bit, and then he was completely calm after that. So I doubt it. A lot of people like to argue he was Super Saiyan 2, but I disagree. based on the fact that his hair never changed at all when he went Super Saiyan 1 to 2, or a base form to Super Saiyan. In the series, whenever someone goes Super Saiyan 2, their hair pretty much always changes. The only exception is I don't think Vegeta's really changes at all, but it could vary minusculely. But yeah, I think he definitely could have gone Super Saiyan 3 though, Vegito, definitely. But why would he need to? Have you read Dragon Ball X or EX? I don't know what they mean. It's great.
EX.
It's great and based after GT and has Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Goten and Super Saiyan 5 Goku and Vegeta. Also Piccolo and 17 get some action. I think you might like it. If not, that's cool. Well, I don't care about Super Saiyan 5 being a transformation, guys, but when it goes to things like 6, 7, like AF does, and even Infinity, yes, that AF video is coming, guys. I don't know when. I'm trying to plan it out. I might check it out if I remember. Dragon Ball X, Dragon Ball EX, I'll check it out if I remember, but it sounds interesting. I don't think Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is really necessary in a series. I don't know why everyone wants that. Vegeta would never achieve Super Saiyan 3 in my opinion. If he would have done it already, and if he would have had it, he would have used it against Beerus, I would imagine. But other than that, moving on.
He could have had it, I guess. Maybe he didn't use it because it drains too much energy.
I doubt it.
Same
if
reason
Goku,
he never used the...
Goku's a much smarter fighter, and he used it.
Yeah, well, I guess that's
Then
true.
again, Goku didn't know Beerus' power, so that's a good point.
Well, he was just showing him his full power because that's what Beerus wanted.
Why does Tarbo look like a child? Because he's weak, right? He's weak?
I haven't seen the special. I don't know how much younger he is than Vegeta.
He can't be that much younger if Vegeta knew he got sent away, so.
Vegeta wasn't that old, I guess. When
Vegeta's like about
destroyed.
5 or so years older than Goku. I don't know specifics, but he's a good amount older than Goku. How come Batman doesn't dance anymore from Beowulf? Well, I don't know. How about you answer this? I don't have anything to say.
Probably because his parents are dead.
That's a good point.
Do you really feel like dancing?
That's a good point.
Sorry. My parents are dead. I'm Batman. This guy's great persons.
Remember the good old days? When my channel was small and I had nothing. I remember those days. And I had many good subscribers like Danny Trejo, Extra Girth, Niall Brooks. I believe this guy's name is SSJ God Goku 22. You know who you're talking about if you're watching. You have the 22 at the end of your name. He's pretty loyal too. He doesn't comment as much as I'd like, but he does come around once and twice, and we've butted heads in the comments, but we've ultimately came to pretty much same conclusions when we do that. Do you remember the good old days, Sam?
I remember you forgetting somebody who was there since the start.
You?
Before you even did Dragon Ball stuff. Yeah,
You?
me.
The one subscriber I had before I did any Dragon Ball. Yes.
You had
You're
Black
kind of
Ops videos up.
You're kind of obligated to be my. I didn't have any more subscribers besides one until I did Dragon Ball though. Before then, I had just you.
I remember the good old days for me though. Still going.
Yep.
All
Well, it's
day,
because you
every
don't
day.
make enough videos. We just need people to subscribe to you, and then you're good. Okay.
Sure.
Do you think when Vegeta killed Nappa, Kui, Dodoria, and Zarbon, he felt remorse for their deaths? I asked this as growing up, they was all he had in terms of family. I doubt it because Vegeta didn't give a shit when Planet Vegeta got destroyed.
He didn't seem. I mean, maybe
The only person he
Nappa?
would have maybe cared about, Nappa. He was a little bit remorsed about that. He gave him a warrior's death, he said. King Vegeta would be the only other thing that he would really care about. But other than that, I don't think he gave a shit about anyone.
Was it Budokai 1 where he went Super Saiyan in the What If thing?
Yeah, and Budokai 1, he went Super Saiyan in the What If Vegeta did after killing Nappa because, they
What
poked.
Goku say?
It was Krillin or Gohan said something to Vegeta about Nappa, and he said I gave him a warrior's death, and he went Super Saiyan.
But like the rest of them, he hated them, didn't he?
Yeah, he definitely
Jeez.
didn't like Dodoria. I know that
Bossing
for a
around
fact.
and all that.
Definitely didn't like Dodoria. Zarbon, I'm sure he didn't like. Nappa is the only one I could really consider there, and definitely not Kui. They were kind of rivals.
Oh yeah, he just got rid of him real quick.
Did you ever buy into the lie that was Dragon Ball AF? Fuck Dragon Ball AF. Moving on, what do you gotta say about AF? From what you've heard, Super Saiyan Infinity Krillin.
When was that even made? Like the
I
original
don't-
April Fool's thing?
I don't know. I have people telling me the whole Zykor thing is good.
I mean,
The whole Zykor thing, Goku gets like mind raped by this West
that
Supreme
AF?
Kai.
Oh, that was something else.
That was AF. He gets like mind raped by Supreme Kai or something, and that's just bullshit.
Which AF is that?
I don't know. I have to do my video on it. We can't give all the information away. Anyways, what do you think of the different types of Cybermen in Xenoverse? I actually really did enjoy that Biowolf. What about yourself? I really enjoyed the different variations.
Like the Tenenmen?
Yeah, that was very interesting. Especially because they referred to them as different things.
Yeah, it was nice they actually said the names and stuff. They just play it off in the game.
Can two Saiyans of a different gender fuse? Fusion dance, no. The Patara fusion, definitely, because the old Kai did it with the witch.
Is the fusion dance
You have to be of similar body type and power.
That doesn't necessarily mean...
I doubt you can do it as a woman and a man.
Definitely Patara, yes, and fusion dance, maybe, for me.
I highly doubt the fusion dance you can do as a man and a woman. But Patara, they already did it. Old Kai and Witch. Demon God Darigra versus Beerus God of Destruction. Okay, minor Xenoverse... Well, actually, major Xenoverse spoilers here. So if you want to not hear this, mute for about 30 seconds. Beerus... Demigra, before transformation, I'd give it to Beerus. But after transformation, I'd say he would probably be able to beat Beerus.
Beerus is ready to go get him.
He was ready to get him, but I think...
Mess up a bunch of other stuff in the process.
I think that Beerus would not be able to handle transformation, but let's move on
Whis
for
probably
those.
would have been with him too, though. But
true, Whis might be able to handle him.
Well, Whis would have been with Beerus.
Right, but let's move on. What if Krillin fought Frieza on Namek with Goku and cut Frieza's head off? What would be different? Explain. Well, Frieza would be alive still. He'd just be a disembodied head, because Frieza... apparently doesn't really die that easily unless he's completely annihilated, but he doesn't regenerate either.
Well, we've got it's not canon
from the
Cooler's
manga
head
or Cooler's head, yes.
In the movie,
that's interesting that kind of goes in turn with the Fukatsu no F manga.
And yeah, in the Fukatsu no F manga, his pieces get revived, and the piece with his eye looks at Pilaf, I believe.
Yeah, it moves around and stuff, if I remember correctly. Now,
I'm sure it's in the movie too.
I don't know if Krillin could have necessarily cut his head off at that point in time, like I said earlier about Cell. I know there's huge differences in power. But let's say if he hypothetically could have, then yeah, I mean, it would have been pretty simple. You got something to say?
Spoilers for the movie, so no, never mind.
But anyways, there were no spoilers there.
No, I was gonna say something that'd be a spoiler.
Oh yeah, you stay away.
Contradict that.
Stay away from all that. But I guess we can talk about that off camera.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Who is the strongest Saiyan in Bardock squad besides Bardock? Explain. I haven't seen the Bardock special in a while. Do you know? It's hard to say. They all looked around the same, if I remember.
I haven't seen the special, actually. I've just seen the abridged version.
Get on it.
I've seen the good version.
From what I remember, they all looked about the same, really. And for those of you who think Bardock was around at 10,000, I doubt it, considering he was a low-class warrior. And even Raditz wasn't even known as a low-class warrior, and he was like about 1,200 or 1,500. So how is Bardock going to be a low-class warrior with a power level of 10,000? I highly doubt that, but...
Oh, I know who strongest is. It's Fasha. That was the girl, right? That's her name?
Why is she the strongest?
Because you can play as her in Tenkaichi 3.
You can't place the other ones?
Nope. Bardock and her.
Shit game.
Canon.
Anyways, what's with Cell Saga fanboyism compared to the Boo Saga hate? I don't hate the Boo Saga. I will give you guys a full video on my favorite saga and why. But as far as Cell Saga, it was very well done. The Cell Saga especially, I loved. The whole Android Saga I like as well, but mainly the Cell introduction and the Cell games I really enjoyed. It's just very well done saga, really. What do you have to say?
So they're just talking about in the fandom in general?
Yeah. What's with the Boo Saga hate?
I don't get it. I like Boo Saga.
The Boo Saga had arguably the most gruesome scenes. I mean, that tournament guy, the world tournament dude, who was one of the judges, I believe, got his head blown up. Super Boo went inside of that hunter and blew him up from the inside. It had some of the most gruesome scenes. I mean, when Piccolo had said that Boo could kill the rest of the Earthlings to buy time for Goten and Trunks to get ready, and then Boo just annihilates them in a second, it was insane. People really underestimate the Boo Saga, I feel. it had a lot of problems, but it also had some of the greatest scenes in the series, like Fusion, Super Saiyan 3, and it had some of the greatest fight scenes as well. So that's all I gotta say. Android 17 versus Vegeta, who would win? Well, what Vegeta? What Vegeta are you talking about? I mean, any Vegeta, the Vegeta that fought 18 would definitely lose because 17 is slightly stronger. The Vegeta after the training in the time chamber would destroy 17, so I don't know what Vegeta you're talking about, really. Unless you're referring to Super 17, then that's a whole nother story. He lost to Super 17 in GT. Very easily. Fasha or Toa? Toa is the girl from Xenoverse. I can't see how Fasha would beat her.
Is he asking who would win, or is he just asking who you like more?
Well, there's a lot of different ways I can like a woman.
Well, I mean, it'd be kind of silly.
Silly
question for who would win, because Toa was able to at least fight Trunks, Time Patrol Trunks, in there. Right.
Now I'll pick Toa for any of your questions you're gonna ask. What do you say?
I guess.
All right. Interesting question, David. And it looks like you got the next handful here. What is your favorite Dragon Ball Z game on PC? There aren't really a lot of PC ones.
Like only one, Xenoverse.
Xenoverse Online was a thing. I don't even have Xenoverse
online.
for PC, but if I can do a cop-out, I'll say Xenoverse, but there's not really any other ones, so next question.
I guess there's Flash games.
Yeah. What villain is I guess he means weaker than Yamcha in Frieza Saga. So Yamcha from the Frieza Saga, I guess when he's training on King Kai's planet, or we don't actually see him training, but he's shown there in the manga panel, but not necessarily training, but you can assume he's training there. What villain is
He corrected himself right after us.
I mean...
So he said weaker.
Right, weaker. Oh, okay. I mean, I'd assume he was stronger than Vegeta at that point. Probably Dodoria, Zarbon. I can't see... Well, that's really hard to say, because we don't know how much stronger Piccolo got. And there's no way to tell. I think that he would have at least been as strong as first form, or close to first form Frieza, even though that's an insane number. But I'm gonna do a separate video discussing that, because I can get into a lot of little things there. But as far as who Yamcha would be able to beat, Dodoria, Zarbon, probably transform Zarbon and maybe some of the Ginyu Force, and that'd be it. And I know that it was filler, but they did fight the Ginyu Force in King Kai's planet, and I do think that Yamcha, judging from how much Piccolo is apparently supposed to be getting in strength, he would probably be able to beat the Ginyu Force, except for maybe Ginyu. What would you say? It's a stretch because they were only there for like a month or so.
Well, what we didn't know was that Ginyu switched bodies with King Kai. So
there you go.
It doesn't matter.
There you go. Let's just say if Bardock and Fasha fused, what gender would him, no, her, it be? It would be a he/she, and if it was the Patara...
Is Olkai a he/she?
It's the dominant personality, so Bardock. So it'd be a guy. The dominant personality gets the fusion.
Assuming Patara earrings.
Right. If it hypothetically can do it with a fusion dance, then I would say the same thing.
Yep. Or he/she.
Or he/she.
Eat your heart out, guys.
Boobed Bardock Super Saiyan. Put that in your mind. What is Oolong's gender? A guy? I mean, he was going after all those girls in Dragon Ball, wasn't he? He was transforming into the monsters and scaring away the people so he could get those girls, and yeah.
Well, he's a pig man, but he identifies as a woman, so get out of here.
DBN, who looks cooler, second form Frieza or King Cold? From Abdul 54 CP. King Cold because he has a cape, and he was holding Trunks' sword. What do you say?
Yeah, I'll give that.
He definitely has a worse voice. The guy who killed Hitler is one of the nicest person ever. Yes, he is.
Yeah, Hitler's pretty cool for killing Hitler. No, he did kill the guy who killed Hitler.
And that guy killed that guy.
Forever.
And for those of you who don't understand the joke, Hitler killed himself.
On my birthday.
Yes, on my brother's birthday.
Though I wasn't alive.
Though he was not alive. But Hitler did kill himself. So if you guys didn't get the joke, there you go. You should be able to figure it out now. Why no Trunks or Goten pick for Frieza movie? By the way, I'm sure there will be one by the time you answer. I don't know why they're not in the picture. I know why. But I'm not gonna say it here. Should I make an Ask FM account? Abdul 54 CP. Yeah, because you ask a lot of questions, man. I've seen you all the time. You should probably make an account by this point, I would say. Here's my final stop to my spree. I asked the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Super Saiyan God Vegito and the Mr. Satan question last time. I don't remember the Mr. Satan question, unfortunately. Favorite unfused Saiyan, I asked before top 10. And choosing to be Cell or Boo.
Oh, I remember that one.
Too bad Cell's race isn't a race in Xenoverse question. 72 times 35 plus 75. Do this in your head. GL. You're the math man.
Let me think here.
It's gonna be like 500 something, isn't it? You're keeping us waiting. I'm gonna keep talking while he's thinking.
285
plus 75.
That is plus 75, I believe. Let's check that math.
You're checking the calculator here.
Well, it's not like I can.
You guys get it here, folks.
I gave my answer. See if I was right.
I'm too stupid to do this. I work on cash registers at my job sometimes.
Oh, duh, I forgot to carry over the. That was close.
What'd you say?
I said 285.
You're a moron.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't carrying over stuff.
You were so far off.
Sorry.
Moron.
At least I.
Anyways.
I failed geometry.
Yeah, I failed geometry pretty bad, but that's not algebra. Algebra is the only thing you need to know in school. Screw geometry. You don't need geometry in life unless you're going to be some sort of builder or something. If you're just going to be doing everyday life, all you need is algebra.
Alright, anybody who subscribed, you can unsubscribe because of my awful math skills.
Yeah.
Being put on a
Don't even look at his channel now. Don't even do it. Unless you want to. Ha, that wasn't the last one. This is the last one. Are you my friend? You already know who this is. I do already know who this is. If you want me my
man?
If you want to be my friend, man, go for it. We haven't actually spoken, but sure, I don't care. I mean, you guys are all cool about me if you watch my stuff, so, you know. Can Tien regenerate like Piccolo can? No. Is that a trick question?
Yes.
Did Goku and Vegeta only enjoy fusing, and you think the experience was great? Vegeta definitely didn't. Goku didn't really want to do it again, so I doubt it. I don't think Goku hated it, but Vegeta definitely did. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Remake, you in? I did a couple videos on this, so yeah, I guess, yeah. Anything Dragon Ball support.
As long as it comes to PC.
Yep.
I mean, if it doesn't, as long as you guys get it, I guess, at all. I'm not going to say not make it if it doesn't.
What if Vegito never unfused? Do you think he would still train and be stronger than Super Saiyan God when Bills arrived? Yeah, he definitely would be, considering the fact that I know you guys are going to hate on me. I still believe that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta would be able to beat Beerus, and I don't think they were talking about Vegeta when Goku said fusion, and I doubt he was considering Super Saiyan 3, considering the fact that, well, for one, I'm just assuming that he's not talking about Super Saiyan 3, but for Vegito, there's not another set of Patara earrings, is there? Though,
should be.
Where? The ones that Kibito Shin had, Goku and Vegeta crushed. Who else has them?
Elder Kai?
Elder Kai gave him the Goku Vegeta fusion Vegito.
But you just said Kibito Shin.
Kibito Shin had him as well. But both pairs were crushed.
Were they crushed?
Yeah. So where are they going to get another pair? If you guys know in the comments,
Grand Kai? I don't know.
Maybe they can wish for him, sure, whatever. Yeah. But I can't imagine how Beerus is hundreds and hundreds of times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I know you guys are going to say I'm crazy, and that's fine. As a spoiler, I have a video coming up. I'm not sure if I'm doing it Quaman or not. I'm putting a lot of effort into it, and I'm tweaking some of my data that I've made over the last year. So look out for that, but I doubt he's hundreds and hundreds of times stronger. That is an immense amount of power. But yeah, moving on to the next question.
Definitely would have trained still having Goku and Vegeta.
Oh yeah, definitely. If he was, he wouldn't even been a fight between him and Beerus. I don't think, if he was training as hard as they usually do. Who is stronger, Goku SSJ2 or Majin Vegeta SSJ2? Now, this is something I've debated in a video, and I think that Vegeta was slightly ahead. I think they're about even, but I think Vegeta just had a couple of little steps ahead of him in terms of the actual fight. It looks a little bit different in the manga. They're more even in the manga, but in the anime, it looks more like Vegeta's winning. But pretty much everyone's going to disagree with me on that, and that's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's just my opinion. What do you say?
It sounds about right.
I mean, either way, most people agree they're even, so it doesn't even matter.
Pretty close.
And Goku had Super Saiyan 3. He'd just go Super Saiyan 3 and whoop his ass if he wanted to, but
don't want to hurt Vegeta's pride.
he wanted to let Vegeta have his chance, and I think Goku definitely was going all out as a Super Saiyan 2. But yeah. If Frieza wasn't the new villain in the 2015 movie, who would you want to be the main villain, and what would you call that film from Beowulf? I would definitely want Cell, but there's no reason Cell would ever come back.
Cell would be nice.
There's no reason for him to come back, though. It's just impossible. It wouldn't make any sense. At least Frieza makes some realm of sense.
I want Bio Broly Mark II.
Moving on.
Not really. Probably someone from the other universes they mentioned.
Well, that's for the new series, Dragon Ball Super, which I'm sure all you guys are fucking excited for. I know my brother had woken me up to tell me the news, and I didn't fucking believe him.
Thought I was messing with him. I wouldn't wake him up to do a joke.
Guys, please, tell me in the comments, if you were woken up and had nothing in front of you except for a family member or something, and they were telling you there was a new Dragon Ball series, would you really honestly believe them? It's such an improbability that would happen.
His own brother. Doesn't believe his own brother.
How was I supposed to believe such a thing? Anyways, Bulma and Chi-Chi fusion versus Gogeta. Tough battle to call because they're going to be both equal. Considering that both Bulma and Chi-Chi have been shown to scare their husbands. I don't know, but the child would look interesting. A fused baby. A baby between two fusions. What would happen if Bulma and Chi-Chi fusion got pregnant and then they split?
I don't know.
Moving on to the next question. This is starting to get weird.
Babies. Maybe if we're lucky, they'd have twins and they'd each get one.
If your mom and Kate Upton were drowning and you could only save one, who would you save? P.S. You have to set with... Okay, you have set with whoever. I guess he means sex?
This seems so. Okay, I chop off my penis and then save my mom.
That's gonna be, well, since you're gonna save mom, I don't need to. So that means I get to save Kate Upton and have sex with her. So, moving on. SSJ5 Goku versus SSJ4 Gogeta. I don't know how... judging from how strong I've seen him in AF, as stupid as it is, I would assume 5 would be much stronger.
Probably. I haven't seen
He seems insanely overpowered, his multiplier.
Also, he's Sonic in the comics.
Right, yeah. Whis versus Zykor. From what I know, I would say Zykor, even though I think those terrible comics, terribly written, but, you know, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but that's fine. I have my opinion and you have yours, and that's what makes the internet beautiful.
And disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting, vile place. Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus base form Gogeta. I'm gonna give this one to... That's very tough because fusion is extremely powerful.
It is. Extremely. They both got limits.
And Super Saiyan Gogeta destroyed Janemba. I would give this one I mean, I'd say that it's a tie until the timer runs out. It seems crazy because he's base form, but fusion.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku's also got... He's gonna be losing energy. Well,
I'd say Gogeta.
This would both be...
I'm saying Gogeta.
Maybe Goku actually. If they're both dead. Because then, you know, Goku handles it better as being dead. He handles the Super Saiyan 3.
So if he's dead, if Goku's dead, give it to Goku. If he's not, Gogeta.
Probably.
People really underestimate fusion's strength, though. I know that. They definitely do.
Well, you know what? Would 10 times weaker Gogeta be able to take care of?
10 times weaker?
It's 10 times for the... Or no, it's 50 times, right?
50 times.
Sorry. I was thinking of the other
If it was 10 times, it'd be no question Gogeta here.
Which one was it that was 10 times?
Piccolo at the end of Z versus 3G SSJ Trunks. I don't know what he's saying.
Super Saiyan God 3 Trunks, maybe?
I'm gonna say Piccolo?
Piccolo at the end of Z? No.
SSJ 3 Kid Goku GT versus Buhan. It's not even a fight.
Was it supposed to, was it regular Kid Goku that was supposed to be as strong as Vegeta?
It's people say Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is absurd.
No.
That Super Saiyan 4 Goku is thousands of times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku from Z.
Which one was supposed to be as strong as Vegeta, though? Was it Super Saiyan or base?
No, it's people flip-flop between Super Saiyan Goku and base form Goku is supposed to be as strong as Super Saiyan 3 from Z.
Well, I'm asking you which it is supposed to be. Wasn't one of them said to be as strong as Vegeta in one of the...
No, the only one that was as strong as Vegeta that's been said is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is absurd.
Like officially? Well, not officially.
That's from the GT Perfect files.
Okay.
Which is absurd. I completely disagree with that.
What are you gonna do?
But as far as that fight, I would say Super Saiyan 3 GT Kid Goku, because if base form or Super Saiyan, whichever, is gonna be equal to Super Saiyan 3 from Z, judging by the multipliers, he's gonna be hundreds of times stronger than Z Goku, Super Saiyan 3. So how's Buhan that strong? And I can do the math off camera, guys. And I mean, if Gotenks, or actually in my Janemba video, I roughly estimated Super Buu to be around 8 to 10 times strong Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And if Mr. Gohan dominates Super Buu, a rough estimate of that, fine. 10. If we can just say, even if we say he's 50 times stronger, which he's not, it's not even going to be enough to beat Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku by math, is it? No, and there's no way Gohan's that much stronger than Super Buu anyways. He's probably, I can't say, but...
Kid Goku would win because he has the godly ki.
Yeah.
That's obviously it. I guess probably, I mean, everyone's so much stronger in GT, so it's really no contest, right?
Super Baby 2 versus 17. Super 17. Super Baby 2 was the
last one before.
Was it the last one, or was it the one before that?
Before Grade 8. The Super Baby 2.
I would give it, I mean, if you're talking about 17 before the energy absorption, I would give it to Baby. But that's very difficult because he got a lot of power from that Kamehameha wave. But, you know, if
Baby might make the same mistake.
So let's just say Super 17 because he probably would make the same mistake.
And Baby probably wouldn't be able to take... Would Baby be able to take over?
God, no. Because Super Saiyan 4 Goku was getting wrecked by Super 17, if I remember correctly. Nova Shenron versus Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I would say, or Vegeta, actually. I would say Vegeta, probably. That's a tough call because he would be weaker than Goku, but, you know, I'm going to give it to Vegeta just for the benefit of the doubt. What do you say off your memory?
Probably. Well, I mean, we don't really see him too much, do we?
No, we only see him,
basically at the end, right?
And he's gotten stronger from when Baby absorbed him, but before that he was probably weaker than he was in Z.
But not Super Saiyan 4.
Right. Goten Oob Saga, okay. I guess he means 10-year gap. Versus Perfect Form Cell. If he can go Super Saiyan, I'd give it to Goten, so... If you're talking about the 10-year gap, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I'm guessing it's end of Z?
I can only assume that's what they mean. I've never heard anyone call it the Oob Saga.
Maybe they mean GT when they fight, when Oob, Maju, and all that.
Who is the strongest human in DBZ, Tien or Krillin? I think Tien should be stronger, but there's been multiple statements that Krillin is stronger by Toriyama and from Fukatsu no F. What was it from Fukatsu no F that said it?
The character bios for the website.
Even though I think Tien should be stronger based on his training,
Tien definitely should be stronger.
Krillin is apparently stronger. We have to take it.
What I've heard for Toriyama saying it is that he's strongest because he's married to Android 18.
And she is the most attractive woman in DBZ, so moving on.
And yet he's able to put up with her crap.
That's true. That's a good point. If he can keep up with 18.
And then the Fukatsu.
Base form Gogeta plus Vegito Z versus Super Saiyan 5 Goku. That is interesting because that would be incredibly strong. But if you're talking about from Z,
well,
that's not even a fight.
I think the Gordita Crunch would win, and then you get some horsey sauce, I think it is. Right.
SSJ Mystic Gohan. First of all, SSJ Mystic Gohan wouldn't do anything. The Mystic form was his peak at that point. If he could have gone Super Saiyan, he would have. Versus Buu-Tanks, no mind games. A lot of people say Buu-Tanks was a shitload stronger than Gohan. I disagree he was. I think it was a lot of the mind games, but I do think overall Buu-Tanks would still have won the fight, if that answers your question. But people say that he was dominating him, and it was mainly the mind games, but I'd say he'd still win the fight even without them. Or, yeah, Buu-Tanks would still win the fight without those.
I don't know. I think he would have...
There's no way he's gonna be able to completely destroy him. I know that.
SSJ Mystic Gohan too.
If we're gonna multiply it by 50, if that's even possible, then it wouldn't be a fight.
Not even the SSJ though. I think Gohan probably win because, assuming he doesn't get absorbed, that Bootanks would defuse.
That's true, and then he would be able to annihilate him completely.
He'd just get shreked. Yes, I said shreked.
And assuming, yes, the same situation does happen and he does defuse, yeah, if he doesn't get absorbed, he wouldn't be as badly beaten either. So that's actually a very interesting fight. But if they don't defuse, I can't see how Gohan would win. Goku versus Jesus, it's Goku easy.
This is actually a trick question. The actual victor here is a fusion between Mr. Satan and actual Satan.
Bardock versus Raisin, or I'm sorry, Ryzen, right?
I believe that's Yusuke's, like, great forefather demon thing. Like,
from you,
he had relations with one of Yusuke's ancestors.
You know it better than me. I don't. Like, Quaman's gonna probably see us and cry if I give the wrong answer.
I think if that's the right guy, then it's him, no question. He would destroy Bardock, probably.
And what if we're talking about the Bardock that has 10,000 power level?
Yes.
Even that one?
I think so.
Then again, this is coming from the guy that thinks that
10,000 power level. Yeah, probably.
That's enough to level like half a planet.
Well, it depends. Well, even at he was extremely weak. If I am thinking of the right guy, he was pretty weak because he hadn't been eating any humans.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna check the
time. But those demons were extremely powerful.
Interesting. Now, yeah. So I'll just go with whatever you're saying because I have not finished Yu Yu Hakusho yet. I know I should.
Maybe we should ask Quaman on Skype later.
Yeah. Could you explain? I mean, heap help. I don't know what he's saying. Battle of Gods and Fakatsu no F fit in Dragon Ball Z encounter with Oob at
Must be how.
If you're asking how they fit, they both take place before the World Tournament at the end of Z. I think people are very confused about this. The Fakatsu no F and Battle of Gods take place quite a while before the World Tournament. I mean, I don't know where everyone's getting confused about this. I believe you saw a guy on, what was it, Reddit said that why wasn't Super Saiyan 4 in the movie?
Yeah.
Some people out there.
Stupid people everywhere, though. It's not just because it was on Reddit.
And we're not calling you stupid because it's a common misconception.
I'm talking about the Super Saiyan 4 thing.
Yeah, this takes place before the whole Oob thing. Hey DBN, what are your top 3 favorite Dragon Ball characters? I've already done a video on this. Number 3 is either gonna be Gohan. I changed my list a little bit, and the only part I changed is I put Cell at number 3 in my list. I'm changing that. Gohan's at number 3. Cell and Vegeta are number 2, and number 1 is Goku. What about you, Sam?
Not in any particular order. Future Trunks, Super Buu with Gohan absorbed.
Really?
Yeah. You don't like Super Buu?
No, not with. That's not a top character. I do like Super Buu, but I prefer the base form of Super Buu. But carry on.
Gotenks is pretty awesome too.
You don't even have Goku on there?
Screw Goku.
What about Piccolo?
Pick his own nose.
Moving on. Who, in your opinion, is stronger, Super Perfect Cell or Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan from Vegeta the Prince? I'm going to do a video on this. I will not say anything. What do you say? I'm not saying anything. I have plenty of stuff to say.
I'm assuming Vegeta the Prince is the guy that asked
the
question,
just
right?
between those two.
Some fan series I've never heard of.
Right, yep. He's a very loyal subscriber. I don't know why he's not using a AskFM account.
Probably Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, I think. If he wasn't weakened, I think he'd be able to beat him.
Alright.
I mean, he did beat him anyways, but you know.
I disagree, but I'll do a video on this.
Alright.
That's all I'm saying for you guys is I disagree with that.
He disagrees with his own brother.
Have you watched Death Note from Vegeta the Prince? I watched a little bit, didn't care for it. My brother watched it. What do you think of it?
Watched it. It's pretty awesome. Awesome title music.
Could you ever do theory? Could you ever do theory videos on it?
Probably not.
I feel like Dragon Ball is one of the only series you can do it with.
No, you probably could if you watched it, but
I probably could, but
I'm not too big on that stuff. That's your domain.
Who do you think is stronger, Krillin or Tien at the end of Z? At the end of Z, I would think Tien, but from what we've heard, Krillin's just staying on top. So whatever, Krillin. But I think Tien should be stronger, if that makes sense. What is the best quote from Dragon Ball Z from Vegeta the Prince? What do you think? I have a couple. I don't know the best, but I do know a couple I like.
I know the answer to the last question, though.
Come on, over 9,000 is obviously the best, but let's just discount that right
Just
now.
for the last question, I know why Krillin's stronger. It's because Android 18 goes over to Tien's house and beats him every night, so he doesn't get stronger. And my favorite quote from Vegeta, the Prince. My favorite quote in DBZ from that guy right there is this right here.
Is it Mondo cool?
No. You know, over 9,000 is pretty. It's one of them. I guess that could be it for now.
One of my favorites is when Vegeta is watching Goku, or Vegeta, I believe he's about to go into the time chamber again, or Goku's coming out, and Vegeta says, "Oh, Kakarot, you make it seem as if you're far surpassed me." And then Goku says, "Sure, I'm far above you." And then Vegeta just breaks down. I will say the best line in any Tour of Dragon Ball, GT included, is when Vegeta's gonna shave. It has his mustache, and Bola says, "That mustache has got to go. Makes you look like a total geek. Total geek. Total geek." I might even have it here in a small box so I don't get a copyright strike. And if I do, well, that just sucks. But I do want to show that scene if no one knows it.
So,
God forbid I get a copyright claim on this. But for you guys, I'll put it in there. If it's in a small box, that's fine.
They can just look it up.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do
Not
that.
be lazy.
That's fine. Who has the best voice in the GB franchise? My favorite is Vegeta from Vegeta the Prince. I would say Goku or Cell. Actually, probably Cell, definitely. Damon Clark as Cell is perfect. And I do not mean to do the pun. Continue. What would you say?
Well, I'd say
Don't
his
say
voice
Future
is
Trunks.
super perfect. Sorry, let me open my window and jump out. You know what? I'll go with you with Damon Clark. His voice.
It's just incredible. It's
also-
so diverse sounding.
I love Super Boo. Well, I love.
I do love Super Boo.
Gohan Zorb because
Super
more
Boo's is-
sophisticated sounding.
Super Boo's is phenomenal. I also like
Justin
the
Cook did a good job on him.
Linda Young as Frieza, even though I know
Yes, Linda Young,
Shisui, otherwise known as his current name, Corey and the Pussy.
Mega Salty EX.
Go
Great.
check out his channel if he somehow got this far into this Q&A. I know you hate Linda Young's Frieza. I love the grandma voice.
Oh,
Big
those
grandma
miserable
voice.
monkeys! I destroyed their whole planet!
Androgynous mass murderer voice.
But Damon Clark as Cell, hands down the best. Second place, Goku.
My second will go to ye old Super Boo. I love Justin Cook. Sorry, sue me.
What's 9 plus 10? I already answered this.
86 and a half.
I'm not answering. 'cause
No,
I've-
19. That's it. 19.
I've already answered
Yeah.
this before.
Chaozu clone.
Favorite
Pick
Weird
that
Al
up.
song? I don't listen to Weird Al
something,
anymore.
right?
That is perfect for you because you don't stop listening to Weird Al now. What is your favorite song?
19 is Chaozu clone, right? Okay. I don't know. But I do listen.
You
to
listen to
Weird
him
Al.
a ton.
I don't listen to him a ton.
I hear you listen to him all the time.
I don't. I listened to him like last week. I started listening to a little bit while I was playing RuneScape.
I heard him months ago.
Months ago, yeah, and then I stopped listening. And then I listened to
Okay.
some more.
White and Nerdy is a classic.
Suppose. Foil's pretty awesome.
Amish Paradise. I don't listen to Weird Al anymore, but I'm saying Amish Paradise.
Even though he likes Gangster Paradise better.
It's a better song.
Or is it Gangsta Paradise?
It's whatever. What wish would you ask for with if the Dragon Balls was real? I mean, eternal youth.
It's possible.
Assuming I say it the wrong way, the right way to actually keep my youthfulness,
Assuming he can actually give like immortality.
which we don't know.
I don't think he can, but if he could that.
I mean, if we're to accept Battle of Gods as canon, we can say that he can give eternal youth because he reduced peel-offs in his gang's age,
Did
but
they ask
that
for
doesn't.
eternal youth, or they have to be younger?
I guess make us young again. So yeah, I guess that's different. But it could be argued that that could translate to eternal youth, but we don't really know. Then again, but
He might be able to give like not from disease and stuff like Master Roshi has.
and I know King Piccolo also had his youth restored, but
Well, it's his youth again.
right, it wasn't eternal though. I don't believe.
No, it's just
So I would definitely ask for
Scarlet
eternal
Jr.,
youth.
Not canon.
Eternal youth if I could. But other than that, I don't know.
Maybe if I could be a Saiyan, be like Krillin in AF, from what I've
You
heard.
can't wish to be a Saiyan.
No, it happened in AF. That's canon. I was joking there. Don't rage at me, please.
At the end of Dragon Ball, Kami offers Goku the job becoming his replacement as Guardian of the Earth. Could you please do a what if about this? I can't because it's so ambiguous. It's too impossible to even do a statement. If I could really say there would be no one to fight off Raditz, and that'd be pretty much it.
Yeah, he'd be training probably still. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, absolutely, but he still wouldn't be strong enough to beat Raditz.
Yeah, he definitely probably would not be. Yeah, definitely probably, I said.
And I don't know how his interaction with Piccolo would be. That's the problem. There's too many ambiguous questions.
So you got Kami and Piccolo. Where'd Kami go? Is he just sticking around or what?
Who even knows?
But he probably would not be strong enough to do anything with Raditz.
If Piccolo ever found love with a human woman and had children, what do you think they would look like? Green humans or Namek-colored humans? First of all, they don't have any reproductive organs. They are asexual. Secondly, they're different species, so how can they have sex?
So are Saiyans and humans.
True, but they're close enough.
Close enough don't mean shit in biology.
There was underground communist tests with monkeys and women.
Didn't work.
It almost did.
I don't believe that.
There were some stories.
Stories, yeah.
Okay, if it could happen, it'd be a white human with antennas, big ears, and bald.
It'd look like a Goku and Piccolo's fusion, or what if thing.
What if Goku had won the Cell games back when Ring Out was a rule? If Cell had to leave, I've always wondered this. I think even Goku would want to keep fighting, honestly, but I doubt Cell would just give up.
Cell would not. He wouldn't. He only said that because he didn't think he'd ever lose.
No. But it is very interesting. I mean, it's not really worth the topic, but you're not asking, so, you know. Have you met Ted? No?
You're talking about our Uncle Ted?
No.
Or Ted the stuffed bear from that movie?
I don't know. I've met a couple Teds in my life. Have you noticed that if you watch The Simpsons from season 1 to 2, maybe even as late as season 3, Mr. Burns from that time don't feel like the same Mr. Burns from, say, season 20? Wait, there's 20 seasons? How many seasons are there? I stopped watching The Simpsons after the movie.
For a while.
After the movie, I stopped. Anyways, in season 1 through 3, Burns seemed more evil and even smokes. And in 20, his calling for the TV, the televitroller. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, he turned into more of a senile old man.
He did get a bit more kooky.
I guess it makes sense if he's getting older.
He's already. There's one of the
what was his
episodes?
What was his age? I can't remember.
Yes, he's old. I mean, obviously it's a joke, but he has to put in a password. I think he either forgot it or the password was where his place of birth, and he put down Pangea. So pretty old.
What if blue was yellow and pink was green? Well, you have what deficiency was it?
I have red-green color deficiency. I just don't see him quite as brightly as others do. I still see it though. And anyone who doesn't know what Pangea is, I don't know how young some of you guys are.
There's a lot of kids here.
Just yet in
I have a
school.
lot of kids as fans.
Pangea was is a supercontinent long time ago, like dinosaur shit. Right?
Okay, Sam, this isn't geography class.
Ancient, okay, though, it's really old.
So if blue was yellow and pink was green, there'd be a lot of confusion in the world.
Would there?
Super Saiyan would not look the same.
When does this happen? Does it just switch one day, or is it
I don't
been?
even know what he's talking about. It's just a hypothetical question.
If it's always been, then there wouldn't really be a difference, would there? I mean, it looked different.
Have you made your avatar on Xenoverse look evil? Also, what did you choose for your race? Mine was Frost Demon, Lord Snow up in here. I made a Saiyan, and if I do a Xenoverse playthrough, I'll probably do a Namekian run, because I haven't even touched Namekian race yet. And I didn't make him look evil. What about you? I couldn't have put a beard on, so it couldn't look like me.
I did a Saiyan 2 for my main playthrough, but for my playthrough I'm doing for YouTube, I did a Frost Demon. But I didn't make him look too evil. I can't remember what I called him, though.
What if the Supreme Kai and Goku had fused with the earrings? I only asked because I was replaying Budokai 2, and there's a line from the game where Goku says, where he says, "I'll do it with you," after where we were told about the earrings, what the earrings can do. I mean, they'd be pretty strong. I don't know if they'd be strong enough to fight Buhan. Probably would, considering Goku's strength. Would they be a Saiyan still? I don't know.
Half Saiyan, probably.
Whoever's the dominant personality, which I can't say who that would be. Maybe Goku. If Goku's dominant there, then I guess he would be a Saiyan, but
Well, he'd probably be Half Saiyan.
it's too hard of a question to
Right?
answer.
Half Saiyan?
If he's the dominant, he'll be full Saiyan. He should be, at least. Who would like some tea? I could definitely use some tea right about now.
We got tea downstairs
Some
if you
green,
really need it.
some green tea.
So I guess lots of people like tea. I hear the British are crazy about it.
Oh my God, the cow went moo. Okay.
Moo.
I think about calling my future daughter Froze, and do you think that's a good name for a child? It's as a made-up name, I hope. Lol from Biowolf. I don't think that's a good name.
No, your daughter will probably hate you once she.
Your daughter would be
Like
picked
10.
on a lot in school.
Oh,
I'm sorry to
Probably
say.
before then, yeah.
If you're gonna name her that, I would homeschool her, and then she'll later change her name. Hope that wasn't too harsh for you. Have you ever seen a TV show called Birds of Prey? No. Never even
Nope.
heard of it.
I think it's on history or something.
After this, let's get a Red
History, like
Bull.
Animal
I would love to get a Red Bull, but they're so damn expensive that I don't buy them often.
Gotta get nice. You're paying big bucks.
I'll stick with water.
Water? Who drinks that?
Healthy people. I keep hearing in this new movie, Frieza will offer Vegeta a place at his side as it new right-hand man. If this is true, what he will say yes. Do I think he'll say yes? And if Vegeta... Okay, this is all something I did a video on with Rhyme Style and I think Quaman. So if you want to see that, go check that out. What if Vegeta wasn't really Saiyan and was really artificially goo-based life form in an egg that landed on the planet Vegeta and was found by King Vegeta and then cracked open and goo took some of Vegeta's DNA and became baby clone of the king? Isn't that what happened?
I don't understand the what if part.
Yeah, that's what happened, but
No, I mean, what?
I mean,
changed?
have you
That's-
seen the series? That's what happened.
Where'd the beard come from, though?
But Biowolf, thanks for your question, I guess, but it's what happened in the series, so I don't know what you're trying to insinuate exactly. What if Goku and Vegeta had the same mother? They'd be brother and brother.
Also,
Goku would still be on top.
who- why are we talking
Not
on top?
non-sexually.
Goku's always on top, baby.
Was there ever a moment in Z you thought would stop watching? You thought you would stop watching Dragon Ball Z. Mine, of course, was 11 watching Frieza fight Goku, thinking if Frieza dies, that's it, no more. Of course, that would have been silly. I guess. Yeah, I mean, when Goku was gonna kill Frieza, that could have been the end of the series, as well as when Gohan defeated Cell. Those are 2 points that could have been it. I don't remember exactly because it's been so long. But yeah. So I'm gonna wrap this up by going to the top and answering a couple questions, just because I know I just got a new question. So I'll give some of you guys that asked today actually a nice little shot, because I know there's been some questions. Wait, an anime series on what happened between Battle Gods and Buu Saga? It sounds backwards. From Amari McWright. I said in my video about the new series that it looked like it was taking place before Battle of Gods, but after the Buu Saga. But apparently, it's actually after Fukatsu no F. There's a lot of contradicting information, but it looks more closer that it's going to be Fukatsu no F.
The press
Continue.
release says it's after that.
Right. But yeah. And I'll just load these 2 questions. Okay. And then I won't load anymore. I know he's going to be going on a question spree, and he's getting a little shout out right here. So who's stronger, Super Buu Saga, or stronger, Buu Saga Goten or Buu Saga Tien? Definitely Goten. Whenever people describe their strength, they always say that they're hardly able to beat Final Form Frieza. Definitely Goten. I mean, Goten Super Saiyan was implied. Goten Trunks of Super Saiyans were implied before the Time Chamber training to be able to inflict damage, at least inflict damage on 18. So that's a pretty bold statement right there. You know, they didn't want to hurt her when they go Super Saiyan. I mean, she was afraid of their blasts as well. So I doubt that they're weaker than Final Form Frieza, don't you think?
Yeah, they're definitely stronger than Tien.
And especially after the Time Chamber training. Definitely. But yeah, okay, I'll answer couple more of these. You know, Gohan's shitty when they can't put his mystic or adult form in any video game intros, just Teen Gohan. I think that adult Gohan's better, to be honest. I prefer him, actually. What do you like, adult or Teen Gohan more?
They're both fine. I don't know which one I like more.
I think Teen Gohan's one of the most overrated characters because he was cool
Oh,
for
yeah,
like 2 hours of the series.
He's overrated for sure.
But not to say he's not cool, he is. Who is your favorite DBZ character? Goku. I've said it many times. I've done videos on it. You know, a lot of you guys probably haven't seen a lot of my old videos, and you should go check it out if you haven't. A lot of my old stuff, I've done some cool videos, so go check those out. You know, just by going to my channel and going to my videos. When is the Dragon Ball AF video coming out? Eventually. Vegito versus Cat from Dragon Ball Multiverse. Who the hell is Cat? I stopped reading Multiverse.
I haven't been reading recently. Last read was when they started the BoJack mini series thing.
Alright, so we can't even answer this.
So I'd have to catch up.
Do you think Cat from Dragon Ball Multiverse could beat Goku, Vegeta, Goten? We don't know who it is. We don't know who it is.
I don't know if she was before that and I forgot or what. It's been a little
How
while.
big is my penis? How big is my penis?
Small.
2 inches deep.
2 inches deep?
Deep. It
That's
goes inside of his body.
So it's pussy.
Sure. When Goku was fighting Super Buu and they didn't know how to fuse with, would you not say that Dende would have been a better choice than Hercule? He may not have been fighting techniques, but Hercule does. But in my opinion, healing, no, because 2 things. The risk would have been the Dragon Balls being gone.
Dragon Balls would probably disappear.
And also Hercule did have fighting techniques, which is a big deal. If they're fusing into one being,
Dynamite kick.
Dende knows
Goku
nothing
style.
about martial arts. That's gonna make a big hit on his fighting technique. And I don't even know if the boost from Hercule or Dende would even be enough to beat Buu.
Dynamite kick. He knows Goku would
And
know
this
the
was-
dynamite kick and he'd win.
And this was from Greg.
Hi, Greg.
They shot a movie once in my hometown. Everybody was in it from miles around. It was out at the Speedway, some kind of Elvis thing.
That's my favorite question
That's
today.
more of a statement, but awesome. Let's say Z and GT split, 2 separate universes, which is what I like to think.
That's how I view it, if you're going to put it in there at all.
Since it's not the same timeline, we can say that Super Saiyan God is stronger than Super Saiyan 4, but if we take it from the area of GT, when he more or less became immortal and fused, would that Goku be stronger than SSJ God SSJ? From Greg. I am making a video on the strength of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan from what I've gathered. And if you're saying he's stronger than Super Saiyan, if Super Saiyan God is stronger than 4, I disagree with that. That's fine. That's your opinion. Like I said, I can't imagine Beerus being, you know, thousands of times stronger than Goku in Battle Gods. And if Beerus isn't thousands of times stronger than Goku, how Super Saiyan God Goku can be stronger? You know what I mean? Yeah. What do you say?
I mean, that Goku at the end of GT would be incredibly strong.
Especially after that 100-year time gap, nothing's even gonna touch him in Dragon Ball.
Pretty much.
But I hope that answers your
Who
question
knows
good
what he
enough.
has under his belt, too.